Hi guys, happy new year. Welcome to the first video of 2019. I do hope you all had a great Christmas and a fantastically blessed new year. Now, before I go any further, for those new people or new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, press that bell down below this video. And today, this video is going to be about 5 ways on how to manage build-up in your locks. So stay tuned and keep on watching. Now, over the Christmas, I was eating so much junk, chocolates, and I'm sure everybody else has been through the same thing. So if you see the zit here, just try not to look at it too much. Anyway, guys, if you see me looking down, I've got some notes so I remember what I'm talking about. And we're talking about 5 ways of how to manage build-up in locks. Now, the first thing, number 1, is cleansing. Now, as a lock wearer, it's good to cleanse on a regular basis. Like, for instance, for me, I now wash my hair weekly. And the reason why is because I want to prevent as much build-up as possible in my locks. When you're cleansing your locks, it's best to use clear shampoo, not a shampoo that is too creamy, because obviously if it's creamy then that might develop build-up in your locks. So if you try and use a residue-free shampoo or a clear shampoo or a shampoo that rinses out properly, then you should be okay and good to go. So that's number 1. Number 2 is products. Products can definitely increase build-up in locks. For instance, if you're using gels or you're using waxes to retwist, then that inevitably can lead to build-up. Definitely, if you want to check out my video above of how I stopped using a certain product in my locks, then go ahead and check that one out. But wax is, I would say to stay away from wax, but some people love wax. You know why they love wax? Because it sticks the hair together. So when you're doing a retwist, it binds all the loose hairs and your retwists may look crisp, but then eventually that wax will build up in your locks. So you'll have difficulty getting it out. So I would say just prevent using waxy products. So my advice would be to stick to lightweight oils. If you need to use gel, just make sure they're light gels, not heavy, gloopy kind of gels. If you can avoid gels altogether, that would be great. And that's number 2. So number 1, cleansing. Number 2, products. Number 3, have a light hand, meaning don't be too heavy-handed when you're applying your products, when you're applying your oils or your gels. Just have a light hand, don't be too heavy-handed. Just apply enough for optimal results. You know, don't be too extra with what you're putting in your lock. Some locks do well with weekly moisturizing, and some locks need every day or every other day. For me, for instance, I moisturize my locks every other day, and I just do it lightly. I spray the roots with this, my new tool. I just spray my roots, spray the ends, and you see how this is, I mentioned this in another video, and it's called the Steg Beauty, and it's a mist, so it doesn't spray out very heavily. It's very light, as you could see, very light, so it will just coat your hair lightly. It's not going to leave any heavy residue, heavy build-up in your locks. It's just going to be nice and light and distribute evenly down the shaft of your locks. Because if you are too heavy-handed with what you're putting in your locks, then inevitably it's going to lead to build-up, and the build-up is going to be hard to get out. So less is more. Number 4, beeswax. Now, beeswax. Some people absolutely love beeswax, and some people absolutely hate it. I used to be one of those people who loved beeswax. I used to use it to do my retwist. I've spoke about this before in other videos, and the reason being is that beeswax used to cause build-up, and I didn't even used to use a lot of it, but after a while I would notice, like down the shaft of the lock, there'll be like a little pool, not a pool, little section where you could see a greasy film, and no matter how I tried to get a piece of towel and try to rub it out, it would just be stuck there. And even when I washed it, it was hard to come out. So that's why I'm saying you need to be careful with those kind of products, because they are hard to get out, and they attract so much lint and so much dirt. It's like a magnet. You're walking around with this heavy beeswax in your hair. Eventually it's going to build up and get heavier and heavier and heavier, and as your locks grow, they're going to start to thin out, because it just can't take that weight anymore in the roots, so it begins to thin out. So that's why I would say to stay away from beeswax. If you're using it and it's fine for you, then go ahead, but I'm just sharing my experience and telling you what it did to my locks. It just didn't do very well in my locks. I must say, and I know that's why a lot of people do use this product, when you do a retwist, it holds it. Why does it hold it? It holds it nice and smooth. I'm going to show a picture of when I used to use beeswax. No, it does hold your retwist. Of course it holds your retwist, because it's meant to be sticky, so it kind of glues your locks together. And I've known people even use it down the shaft of their locks to kind of seal those flyaways. You know, you get flyaways down the shaft of their locks, but what they're actually doing is coating their locks with this heavy film. So just be mindful of that. Moving on, because of build-up, obviously, number 5, you need to clarify. Now, I never used to clarify my locks. It's only when I used to, when I first was watching YouTube videos, I didn't even understand what they meant by clarifying, to be honest with you. And I did a bit of research and understood what it meant to clarify your locks. So in the times I've had my locks, I've clarified 2 times. And that's 2 times in like 18 years or so. That's how many times I've clarified my locks. But I'm going to introduce it again into my routine, because I think it's really good. Because what happens is it draws all the build up, the dirt. Basically, when you clarify, it tells a story. Whatever you've been putting in your locks, it brings it all out, brings it to the surface. And I'm going to show you a picture of a client I did, and she don't mind me showing her picture, but this is what her locks look like when I clarify their locks. Coming up now. I just wanted to say that this client's hair, I'm trying hard not to say her name, because if I say her name, she'll kill me. This client's hair, she's got the most beautiful, thick locks. And you can imagine, because her hair is so thick, that is why it took so long to get that build-up out. And and that's why it took a lot of soaking for the build up to actually come to the surface. So that's why when you saw in the pictures, her hair was like white, because she admitted that she used to use a lot of wax, and not wax, I think she used to use gels to retwist her hair back then, and now she knows not to do it again because she's actually got build up in the back of her locks. So we're going to try to get that out when she next comes for a visit. And the next picture will be once I've rinsed it out, and trust me, it took a lot of rinsing to get her locks clean again, you know. And still, I said to her, we probably need to do another one just to make sure that all the build up what was in her locks has come out. So let's show the picture coming up now. So that is why I think it's important to clarify your locks. You can do it once a month, once every 3 months, once every 6 months, or some people do it once a year. I think I used to do mine, yeah, I only used to do it once a year, but I need to do it this year actually. I didn't do it last year. Did I do it last year? No, I didn't do it last year, so I'll be doing it soon. Maybe I did put a post on Instagram of how I clarified my locks. So for those of you who are following me on Instagram, you can go and check out that page and look at my stories, and I think I show you step by step of me clarifying my locks. So I may do a video on how I clarify. If you want that video, then drop a comment down below and I might just do that one for you. And if you have like really excess build-up, then you might need to do, as I said before, you might need to do it a bit more often. Like you might not get away with just doing one clarifying session. You might need lots of sessions. So just bear that in mind. Just, you know, check out your hair and see how it looks. And if you think, oh, I could do with another session of that, then go ahead and do it. But clarifying is good. Apple cider vinegar with carbonated soda. Some people put lemon juice in it. When I've done it, I've always put the apple cider vinegar and the bicarbonate soda, and that's it. I don't put the lemon juice because I find that quite drying on my hair. And the apple cider vinegar that I used to use was the Bragg's. So this is what I would use. Baking soda or carbonate soda. It's natural. You see there, it says natural, all natural. The apple cider vinegar, I used to use the Bragg's apple cider vinegar. I'll try and put a picture of the Bragg's apple cider vinegar because I haven't got the bottle anymore. But I use this one on my client's hair. This is Biona Organics cider vinegar. I was recommended this by my friend Deborah. She recommended this brand and I tried it and I loved it. So yeah, so clarifying is very important in your prevention of build-up on your locks. So I hope that covers everything. If you've got any questions or comments, drop them in the boxes below. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Or if you've got any suggestions, or what do you do to prevent build-up? How do you get it out of your locks? Share. It's all about sharing on this channel. Share with each other, give each other ideas, share our routines. That's what it's all about. So, thank you for watching my video. So stay blessed, stay beautiful, and stay uniquely you. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks so much for watching and have a very happy new year. All the best for 2019. Mwah. Bye.